This is the third time that I come before Public Safety Committee asking that we have the ability to commence Police Academy, although we haven't met the 5%, 95%, below the 95% threshold.
I do have an issue with this this request. Year after year, the community and some of us on council, and I'll speak for myself. Since I've been on council, I've been like begging the police department to just hire more minorities, and specifically African Americans, and it never happens. We always get the same response that that there aren't enough applicants, or the applicants who applied didn't pass the test. I think only one time during the Williams administration we had a police class that was really representative. It came close to representing the makeup of the city of Wilmington. But other than that, it never does. And I guess I'm kind of tired of hearing we're trying. I don't believe it, honestly. I don't think that it's a sincere effort of our police department to make the department more diverse and more representative of the city. And we keep acting like the police are the answer, but it's not. I mean, we have an education crisis in Wilmington and in our state, and that leads to more crime. Police do their part. I don't want to take that away from them, but more police is not the answer. This year it wasn't on the front page as it has been during the other administrations, but we have already surpassed the number of shootings that we had last year. This year we've already had 92. Last year we had 78. And homicides this year we've had 20 versus 19 last year. So more police doesn't equal less violence and less crime. Again, this isn't a shot at the police department. I respect what they do, but we need to kind of redirect resources to things that can really reduce crime, and especially education and just resources that can go directly to the community. And it kind of, I don't think we realize how many police officers we have per capita in the city. At one point, a few years ago, we were second in the nation of police officers per capita. And right now, I think we're like 6th or 7th, and that places us above Baltimore, Philly, Newark, New Jersey, Atlanta, St. Louis, Detroit. And we're still experiencing this type of crime with such a high capita. So I'm not going to support it. This would be the first time that I've ever done this, but I just think that we just have to take a stance that we just really need to send a message to our chief that our department needs to be more diverse. Thank you.
This is about power. Councilman Congo made a statement. Diversity matters in a city like Wilmington, for sure. And other places it matters, but I know it matters here. And so if you give away your authority to authorize a class, you now are sitting on the sideline and you have no say in the conversation about diversity. So what we're being asked tonight, we don't have a plan in front of us as to what they plan on doing about diversity. We don't have any information about what they're going to do to address concerns that some of us have. Maybe all of us have, but at least I know some of us have, because some people have said so. So how do you give away your authority to authorize a class without first negotiating the terms and conditions as to how things are going to be conducted? I always say that the administration and his team, they laugh at us. Here's what the administration knows. They know that, because I said it at that meeting, they know it says that if the manpower level falls below 95% of such number, the police chief shall draft a resolution calling for the commencement of an academy class and present it to the city council for its review, period. And I'm going to stop right there. It was specific, unless I wasn't listening correctly, I don't remember any part of this presentation where it was stated that it's below the 95% threshold. And so until we reach that, there's nothing for us to authorize. If we pass this now, then everybody needs to pretty much keep their mouth closed, because you've given away all your negotiating power as to the commitments that they're going to make to doing the things necessary to make an effort to have a diverse class, which requires diverse applicants, which requires a whole bunch of work. So I'm not for giving away my power. We've seen it too often. Every time we give up our power and negotiating position, we get screwed. And the police department, it's odd that nobody's here. It's odd the sponsor's not here. And what you made reference to, I didn't see when I went to the document you referred me to. I didn't see anything about it saying that it's met the 95% threshold. So I'm not going for the okie doke. You can't tell our community that diversity matters, but we then say, oh, go do whatever you want to do, because we haven't made you reach any agreement with us as to what you're going to try to do. So I'm not doing it. So I make a motion that we hold this until they get with us with a commitment and a plan of what they're going to try to do to bring about a diverse force. That's my motion.
A second.
Table this to the next committee meeting of public safety.
Mr. Guy, your motion that has been presented and second to refer the resolution back to the Public Safety Committee can be done with the majority vote of members present. The motion has been approved by majority vote. The resolution will be referred back. Okay. For clarity for members of council, per the parliamentary, he made a motion to refer back to the committee. That because it was just to refer, it goes back to the committee. Once it's heard in committee, it'll come back on the floor. We don't necessarily need a date.